Welcome to this virtual grand opening of Makerspace Delft, and thank you to everyone who has taken some time out of their busy day today to attend this virtual event. My name is Christopher, and I'm the current team manager of Makerspace Delft, and I'm hoping that with this event you will be able to learn more about Makerspace Delft, the vision and mission that we're on, and also the people in the team and partners that have made this place possible. So this event is split up into a variety of nice and exciting presentations. I'll be starting off by introducing you to the concept of Makerspace Delft, where exactly this idea came from, the team that helped build this idea up from the bottom up, and also the partners that have made all of this possible. After that, we have special guest Bas Vollebrecht from the municipality of Delft, who will talk about the landscape of innovation and entrepreneurship in Delft, and also talk about how this makerspace fits into this landscape. Following that, we prepared a fun project features video in which Hotte van der Woude from the municipality of Delft will be introducing the very first two projects that have joined the makerspace. After that, we have a very inspirational presentation from Bob Hendricks, who will discuss his journey as a visionary entrepreneur and inventor in Delft. After that, we prepared a nice and playful virtual tour video in the style of 73 questions from Vogue to show you what this space has to offer to all of the users that join us. After that, we have a special talk by one of our most valuable partners, the TU Delft, where Paul Altius, the director of the TU Delft Valorization Center, will talk about how this place can create more synergies between different projects, as well as stimulate students to develop themselves in a multidisciplinary environment. After that, we will have small segments talk about what the future of the makerspace looks like, where we also have our very first partner, the Kabel District. We'll talk about how this makerspace fits into the neighborhood of the Kabel District. We'll then finish off with a 15-minute Q&A, where you can ask us any questions that you still may have left. So, just as any great initiative, Makerspace Delft came from a sudden opportunity and an urgent need in Delft. And of course, in September of last year, we were lucky and an incredible opportunity came to light, which led us to start reviewing whether there was an actual need for a makerspace. Well, the opportunity was the end of Silverwing Aeronautics, because when one great initiative ends, another great initiative rises from the ashes. And with the Boeing GoFly competition ending last year, Silverwing Aeronautics was also put to an unfortunate end. And with all of the remaining assets, we started to brainstorm what we could do. The remaining assets mostly consisted of equipment and tools, and we thought that it would be best to try and give back to the community of Delft, which supported the initiative so much, and we thought we would do this in a creative and organized way. And the best way to do this would be by creating a makerspace. Now, for the need, we reviewed a couple of different options, and we had a couple of approaches to figure out whether Delft actually needed another makerspace. And we quickly found out after a survey to TU Delft students that, in fact, there are not enough facilities for prototyping. We also expanded the survey to include non-students, and within a week we had over 100 people in a waitlist willing to join our makerspace, showing that there were over 100 people who wanted to work on their idea but couldn't find an affordable space to do so. We then also spoke with a couple of communities to see whether or not the makerspace had a larger potential for a larger community or group of people in Delft. And then we also quickly noticed that this makerspace could facilitate and stimulate conversation between different groups of people, empower different communities, and also increase the level of understanding between different types and groups of residents within Delft. Finally, with the current coronavirus pandemic, we noticed that there were a lot of individuals in Delft who were starting to feel left out of society. And we, of course, knew as a makerspace that we wouldn't be able to organize in-person meetups or events, but that we could still support these people by introducing virtual workshops for people to attend and feel like they were part of a community. With all of this in mind, we came down to our mission, which is to bridge the gap between having an idea and creating a prototype, and therefore unleashing the true and technical potential of people in Delft. With this, we also came down to our vision, which is to create a community of people where any person can create innovative and sustainable prototypes. With the opportunity, the need, the mission, and the vision defined, we continued in October to develop this idea, and in November, we were in a position to move into our space at the Kabel district. We started off with some very simple beginnings. With the resources that we had to be creative with how to build this place up. And of course, as a makerspace, it made the most sense to actually make a lot of the things ourselves. So from the workshop tables, which the people will be working on, to the shelves where most of the materials and the projects are stored, everything has been made within the makerspace, including the ventilation system, which keeps our community safe. Within 2 months, we already had a very well-equipped facility, which included a large variety of machining and processing tools, as well as a few rapid prototyping facilities and an electronic workstation. This put us in a position to already start accepting projects into the space, but we wanted to push forward a bit and not just create a functional space, but also to create a comfortable and inviting space. This is why beyond the workshop that we have, we've also introduced a collaboration area and a communal area. This is a space with abundant space, comfortable seating, and even some greenery to be able to create an atmosphere that people would want to work in. The collaboration area includes desks, whiteboards, and chairs, while the communal area includes couches and a small bar so people can relax after a long day of working. With the space completed, we also started to expand the amount of projects within our community, and we quickly started to notice that with this incredibly high demand, that we unfortunately couldn't cater to every single initiative in Delft. And therefore, we decided to introduce 2 crucial but simple criteria. Firstly, we want the projects who want to join our space to be sustainable, innovative, or both. And this is because we truly believe that the spirit of making in the makerspace ties in very closely with innovation. And beyond that, with the current situation around the world, we do think that every project should put sustainability at the forefront of their project. Furthermore, we also want to make sure that the projects that are joining our space have an actual potential to have a positive impact on Delft and also the wider public. We therefore want the teams to have a mission and a vision defined so that we can make sure that there's an actual positive outcome of the projects within the space. With this in mind, I can tell you that we've already started to support a large variety of teams. For example, in terms of innovative ideas, we already have Revolve, Mana Electric, Archeon, and Lambach Aircraft working in our space. And these projects range from modular CubeSat designs to novel methods of creating ceramic composites. On the other spectrum, we are also supporting sustainable ideas, namely Pyropower, Body, and Stichting Blue Dot, which also ranges from projects that are trying to reduce plastic waste through new ways of making dish soap, to also projects that sustainable designers who are trying to bring the spirit of Delft in their designs through putting sustainability at the forefront of their designs. Beyond all of the great ideas that we're supporting, I also mentioned that we want to support the wider community of Delft. And this has already been a success with 2 workshops that we organized 2 weeks ago, wherein we got to teach people how to create mini herb gardens through materials that we provided from our makerspace. And you can just see the amazing reactions that we got through this screenshot that I've uploaded. This is exactly why we want to do these things. Now, of course, none of this would have been possible without the incredible team which has pushed forward to create this incredible space. And I think it's been an honor for all of us to work together and to continue working together. The determination and the motivation of every person within this team has just been inspiring, and we can just see how far this will take us. Introducing you to the team, I would like to first introduce you to Jonatas Lafita, who is our technical manager and has helped us build the space up from the very, very start. On top of this, we also have Pronto Kolar, who started off as our PR manager but has transitioned now into our community manager and has helped define the inclusivity and the community of our space. Furthermore, Marina Wiemers is our design manager, and she has defined the entire image and branding of the space and continues to create amazing content daily. Furthermore, James Mertza unfortunately couldn't be here, but he is actually the mastermind who found this opportunity to create the Makerspace and has also been involved since the very start. And also Andrei Carlo Papuch, who unfortunately also couldn't attend, but he has also been in this since the very beginning. On top of this, Tamar, Anna, and Aditya are the newest additions to the team and have worked tirelessly to expand our initiative with the growing demand. Of course, none of this also would have been possible without the amazing partners that we have within our team. Lasergraaf, the Kabel District, Gemeente Delft, the TU Delft, as well as the TU Delft campus, DSM, and the Biotech campus from DSM in Delft, STUD, the Aerospace Innovation Hub, Notaris Kantoor Zuidheest, and Silverwing Aeronautics. With this in mind, I would now like to introduce you all to Bas Vollebrecht, who will be presenting about how this makerspace will fit into the landscape of Delft.